Annette Bening has gone missing. Never a good sign. We always want to find the wonderful Annette Bening. But she plays the matriarch in this miniseries based on a very popular book of the same name. Let's talk about Peacock's Apples Never Fall. Hey guys, Dan here. This is Dan Reviews It. Welcome to my TV review for the miniseries Apples Never Fall. You can check this out on Peacock. It is 7 episodes long, and it's based on the popular book by Liane Moriarty. And there's definitely some people you will recognize here, other than Annette Bening, who I mentioned, but Sam Neill plays her husband. You have Jake Lacy, who's been in a lot of things from the last couple seasons of The Office to, another Peacock miniseries, Friend of the Family, from, I think that was from last year. But anyway, before we launch into the specifics of the miniseries, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are one of my Dan Reviews It subscribers already, thank you so much for that. Love having you return to the channel. But if you're not, please consider subscribing. Click that notification bell. You could just like this video, comment below. All that stuff, of course, helps the channel out as well. All right, Apples Never Fall. So this is about two tennis coaches getting on in their years, Stan and Joy, played by Neill and Bening, and they sell their tennis school and are ready to enjoy retired life. But very soon after, Joy Delaney, played by Annette Bening, goes missing, resulting in their four children to revisit the image that they had in their mind of the perfect couple they grew up with, and family secrets come out, and it becomes an entangled mess. You also have here Georgia Flood playing Savannah, who is this mysterious woman who shows up on their doorstep and wants to, sort of get away from her very abusive relationship, and she's kind of on the run, per se, and she ends up staying with the couple. And so where does she factor in to all of this as well? The kids in the family do not love her. You may know her from Wentworth, which I never watched, but I know that was a pretty popular show. I didn't recognize the name, and I didn't really recognize her, but you may know her. And then some of the other kids played by Connor Merrigan Turner, S.E. Randalls, and none of these are really that distinct from the others. I mean, Jake Lacy, I just know because I've seen him in so many things, but the kids, are kind of, they each have their own kind of set of problems, but they're fairly one-dimensional. But we see Annette Bening, even though her character goes missing very early on, about halfway through episode 1, I guess, we see her in flashbacks throughout. So she's still technically, along with Sam Neill, the star of this miniseries, because we see a lot of flashbacks leading up to, okay, well, remember when this happened, or oh, just the other week when you guys were with Savannah and you were on that boat, like, what was that scene? So then we flash back to it, or whatever. Or some of it is just for us, the audience, and the kids aren't even, talking about those moments. It's just, crumbs for us to figure out. So look, there's no reason this needs to be 7 episodes. This is something I talk about a lot in the streaming era, and that's because I think they are really trying to milk some of these shows into being much longer than they need to be. This could have very easily been a 2-hour movie, or at the most, 4 1-hour episodes. I always talk about the old days of the 80s and 90s, the TV miniseries. It would be 2 hours Monday, 2 hours Tuesday. That was it. So minus commercials, your whole thing was like maybe 3 hours and 20 minutes. That's this. This does not need to be nearly 7 hours. There's a lot of bait and switch. There's a lot of red herrings. And to be honest, at the end of it all, the mystery is solved in, I think, and we're not gonna do spoilers, but I think it is a very, very unsatisfactory ending to the mystery. And look, I assume it's probably how the book went as well. I didn't read the book. I never heard of the book until this miniseries, but I would imagine that is how the book played out, so they wanted to be authentic to the book, and there's certainly nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, I don't think it will satisfy a lot of the viewers. Maybe it is different from the book, and so it may unsatisfy viewers in that way. I don't know, but either way, if you're charging us through almost 7 hours of red herrings and plots that just don't matter in the grander scheme at all, it's going to be a little bit unsatisfying. When I think of like Gone Girl, to me is one of the peak examples of, and again, I didn't read the book, but of how to turn a mystery novel into a tight 2.5 hour movie, no wasted space, everything's firing on all cylinders. It doesn't hurt to have David Fincher direct it either, but Gone Girl was 2.5 hours. This could have easily been a movie. Is all I'm saying. And streamers are so excited about, let's get more content, more content, more content. It didn't need to be like that. Now there are some things that do need to be extended, some mysteries. For example, another show that Jake Lacy is a part of, The White Lotus. He was in season 1 of that, and sure, that can carry itself. This one cannot. So, look, I mean that's the major two gripes. Way too long, the ending unsatisfying. However, Sam Neill and Annette Bening are great in this. Annette Bening, look, she is a stalwart. She always does these really great performances, even if the character like this one is a little bit more middling, I guess. But she's great here, and Sam Neill. Look, I don't see him too often, but whenever I do, he seems to be on his A game as well. So they're good. The dialogue a little clunky sometimes, but their performances are solid. But overall, this was just a big, I think, missed opportunity to make a much tighter 2 or 3 hour movie instead of 7 episodes. But if you are inclined, it's on Peacock. I leave Apples Never Fall with a C-. And check out Friend of the Family too, with Jake Lacy. I believe I don't think I ever watched the end of that, but I watched enough to review it, and I gave that one a higher grade for sure. So, all right, thank you for watching Dan Reviews It. I'll see you next time. Bye.